Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Osil and today I'm going to do an update of my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan. So I'm going to try to do this pretty quick because it's summer and it's not always that easy to make room for filming, but I really wanted to do an update for you guys, and it is time to roll in some new eyeshadows because I did reach my goal on a few of these. So first off, I quickly want to just mention this. I did keep it in for a little bit last time because I had 3 more uses left out of this shade right here, but this is all done now. It has been in my drawers for a while. I haven't really used it at all since I reached my goal on this one. So that's that. And then I did reach my goal on the Tati Beauty eyeshadow that I have in this project pan. It is called Sequin Story. It is this shade right here. So my goal was to use it for 20 times and I did reach my goal on that one. I think this was a really beautiful eyeshadow to have in a project pan. I'm glad I had a warmer shade to work on for the summertime. I've had fun with this. It was a little bit hard in the beginning because the Tati Beauty palette isn't a typically go-to palette for me. It's very big, a little bit heavy, a lot of repeats. It doesn't give me a lot of inspiration, but I'm done with it now, so I'm going to be rolling it out. Hopefully, actually, I hope it won't be rolled in too quickly or anytime soon. Next, I did reach my goal on this one. I believe I rolled it in last time. It was a fairly easy shade to hit pan on. This is the Matte Bright palette from BeautyBay, and the shade that I was working on was the Coconut Crush, the matte white shade right here. My goal was 20 uses and I did reach my goal on that one too. I mainly just used it to either blend the edges of my eyeshadow, and I believe it was at Still Staff that recommended me using it as an inner corner highlight, which I also did, and I really liked it for that as well. Then I also reached my goal with this new eyeshadow palette that I rolled in last time. It was probably the easiest shade to reach my goal on, this sort of light nude shade, matte shade from the Chill Tones Back to Basics Makeup Mekka eyeshadow palette. My goal was to use this for 20 uses, no problem doing that, so this will be rolled out as well. Then I have 2 eyeshadows that are still gonna remain in the project pan. It is a little bit harder for me to use these shades, but with the shade in the Anastasia Norvina palette, I have found a new way recently to make this work for me. This is the Rose Gold shade. It is this one right here. It is a beautiful shade, but I've just had some troubles using this palette, so but lately I've actually been using my bronzer in my crease and then the Rose Gold shade as an outer corner kind of shadow, and then I've just paired it with different sort of metallic or matte shades from different palettes, just playing around. It's been really fun doing it that way because it does I am able to combine it with a lot of shades, I find, and still make it look nice. So I'm really happy about that discovery. So I do have a 20 usage goal on this one too, but I've only used it 11 times, so still have a long way to go with this one. And then the Huda Beauty new Nude palette, I have, let's see, 13 uses on this one, and the usage goal is also 20 on the Spanked eyeshadow. I'm sorry about the lighting here. It's a little bit difficult to film. The sun is really coming out right now, but it's a matte pinky shade that is not typically what I reach for. So I do find it a little bit challenging. I do love this palette in general though. So there's just a lot of beautiful eyeshadows I can combine this with. And I found other eyeshadows like the rose gold eyeshadow that is really beautiful to combine this with also. But yeah, I have found this a little bit challenging to use. So again, 13 uses on this one, so this will remain in my project. I also made a little like travel eyeshadow palette with my singles as I went traveling a week ago or so. And I just chose these Inglot shades, as well as this is Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek, and then this is, oh, this is the a matte purple shade from the Entaupe palette from, oh my god, Zoeva. Yes, Zoeva. A palette that I used to own and really loved, and I decided to keep this eyeshadow after I decluttered that palette. But the only single eyeshadow I'm kind of tracking this year is this gold eyeshadow, and so far I've done 26. I've had 26 uses on the gold eyeshadow. Hopefully you can see that. It is really, I've really made a dent on this one. So it's going to be interesting to see. I might be able to hit pan on this year, but I don't know. I think there's a while left to go. I don't understand how, I mean, I'm watching a lot of these panners go through eyeshadows and hitting pan after like 8-10 uses. I don't understand how they do that. I barely dip into the eyeshadows and I get plenty of eyeshadow on my eyes or eyelids. I don't understand how that whole thing works. But yeah, and then I also incorporated this palette that I really wanted to get some use out of this summer, the Star Wars Mandalorian The Child from Colourpop, a beautiful green themed eyeshadow palette. Love this one. For today's look, I used a few of the matte brown shades from the Norvina palette, some of these ones, on my lid. I don't know if you can see that. And then I did the spanked shade from Huda Beauty, Nude, as a liner. And I also combined that with the Pillow Talk eyeliner from Charlotte Tilbury. And I did the MAC lipstick in oh gosh, I can't remember. So that's the eyeshadow look for today. I'm going to show you a few other looks I did. I did take a lot of pictures of the eyeshadow looks that I did, but I see that now that a lot of the looks were very similar. I'm going to try to just show you the ones that are different enough to show you. Alright, here I just did a greenish brownish makeup look, eyeshadow look with the Colourpop palette, this one, and the Child palette. I like to combine those brown tones with the green. Here I did an eyeshadow look with every single eyeshadow I had in my project. I thought I wanted to challenge myself a little bit there, and I think it ended up looking pretty nice. Here I did another greenish brownish look. It's actually more orange. The brown, it looks brown in the picture, but it is that orange shade from the Tati palette combined with the greens from the Child palette. Then I did a combination of the some of the shades, actually the yellow shade from the Bright Mattes palette, and Chill Tones palette from Mekka, and then the Inglot Gold shade, the single shade that I'm tracking. There's so many eyeshadow looks here, but they're so similar, all of them. I'm just going to show you this last one, which is the eyeshadow look where I do just that bronzer in the crease. I've got a MAC actually the same lipstick as that I have today. Again, a yellow from the Bright Mattes palette, and I also used the rose gold from the Norvina palette on this one, and I've also used a like teal turquoise kind of eye pencil from Colourpop as well. And I think that's all I want to show you right now. Let's choose some new shades to work on. I'm so excited for this. So even though I did roll out 4 eyeshadows this time, that was because I wanted to keep this in until I've used it 3 more times. So I'm really going to be rolling in 3 new eyeshadows so that I have 5 eyeshadows altogether to work on from now on. So I'm finding the Pretty Random app, and I have 227 eyeshadows to work on. So let's see. We got 118, 87, and 215. I have no idea what shades those are, so I'm going to go get them and we'll swatch everything and see what we think. Alright, I found them. Here are the swatches from the ones that I already have in my project. The Spanked shade from Huda Beauty New Nude palette and the Rose Gold shade from Anastasia Norvina. Now, I ended up picking or rolling in another shade from the Norvina palette, which I'm not too happy about because I don't love this shade, but it's not the worst one. It's called Dazzling. It is this one right here. It is very sparkly. It has a lot of fallout, but I'm gonna try my best to make this work. I don't want a high usage goal on this one, I'll tell you that. The sun isn't really working with me right now, but hopefully you can see that. It is like a metallic brown. It is pretty, but I think it'll be a challenge, to be honest. Then another shade from the Back to Basic Chill Tones for Mekka was chosen. It is called Chillout. This is what that one looks like. It is a beautiful metallic taupey shade, I would say. Now, I did experience, since I used it a lot this period of time, the Chilled Tones palette, I did realize that I do really like the matte shades. I don't love the metallics. They are a little bit patchy and hard to work with, but I'm going to get some more experience with that, obviously, and we'll see how I feel at my next update. But then I have a roll-in that I'm really excited about, that I was hoping I would be able to work with, and it is the Smitten in Switzerland palette by BH Cosmetics. One of my favorite palettes. It is beautiful, and I haven't been able to use it in a long time. I feel like it's more of a summery palette, but you can definitely use it all year round. And the shade that was chosen for this project is called Bern, as not in being burnt, but as the city Bern. This metallic green shade. This metallic green shade right here. So let's swatch that as well. And this green is just gorgeous. So that is the color palette we're going to be working on or working with for the next period of time. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm really excited about especially this last shade. I think it'll work really nice with that taupe shade as well. Do you have any idea on how I should use these? I am open to any suggestions. But that's it. That is it for my update. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you are having a great summer so far. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!